We are learning new details about George Floyd's death while in Minneapolis police custody, and it's disturbing. Newly released body camera transcripts reveal Floyd told officers he couldn't breathe more than 20 times before he died. He also told officers he had the coronavirus and said he was claustrophobic multiple times. Former officer Derek Chauvin faces murder and manslaughter charges for kneeling on Floyd's neck for almost 9 minutes. NBC's Shaquille Brewster joins us now with the latest. And while we have more on how many times George Floyd said he couldn't breathe, we also have some very disturbing back and forth from the officers' side of things. Shaq, tell us about that.
That's right, Chuck. We're starting to get more and more information about exactly what happened between George Floyd and those officers on Memorial Day over a month ago at this point. And just to start out with why we have these new details, this is part of a motion to dismiss by the attorneys of Officer Thomas Lane. He was one of the officers fired involved in the death of George Floyd. And it's over 100 pages of evidence and documents that his attorney submits to the judge in saying that he should not have to face trial. And in those documents, it includes an interview he did with investigators. It includes police training details, and it also includes the transcripts, 2 transcripts from 2 different body camera videos. And that's why we're going to see, and we're getting to see a little bit of the details in the exchange between George Floyd and the officer. I want to pull up the first exchange right now, because what we know and what the transcripts show is that initially Thomas Lane approaches the car of George Floyd with his weapon drawn because he doesn't see George Floyd's hands. And Floyd says that he's been shot before by officers. He says he's nervous and he's scared. And once they remove him from the car, things calm down a little bit. But as they try to move him back to the car, that's when you see what you're seeing now. You see George Floyd say, "I'm claustrophobic. Please, man." He doesn't want to get into the car. Later, he explains, "He just had COVID, man. I don't want to go back to that." Lane says, "Okay, I'll roll down the windows." That is important because Lane's attorney is suggesting here that Lane was trying to help George Floyd, that he was looking for ways to assist him. If you look later in the transcript, and this is one of the new details that we see, you see George Floyd say, "You're going to kill me, man." Officer Chauvin is the officer who had his knee on the neck of George Floyd for about 8 minutes. He says, "Then stop talking, stop yelling. It takes a heck of a lot of oxygen to talk." And the last words that we hear from George Floyd are, "Ah, please, please, please." And then we know he's unresponsive at that point. Again, the reason why we're seeing this is because officers Thomas Lane and his attorneys are trying to say that he was trying to assist in this process. And after, in part of the process, as George Floyd is on the ground, Officer Lane suggests, "Should we roll him on his side?" And Chauvin says right after, "No, he's staying put where we got him." There's another exchange where he says, "Okay, I'm worried about the excited delirium or whatever." And Chauvin says, "That's why we have an ambulance coming." His attorneys are trying to say that he was trying to help in this instance. One other interesting thing that we saw from this evidence, again, over 100 pages of evidence and transcripts in this, is this image here from the training manual, from some training material that Thomas Lane's attorney is presenting to the judge. In it, you see a depiction of an officer using his knee to restrain a subject that's on the ground. You see that knee is placed either in the neck area or in the upper back area. The attorneys are saying this is all evidence that's needed to consider, that the judge should consider. The state has until August 10th to respond and reply to this new evidence here. Chuck?
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.